prices. Always there for you. Merry Christmas from Pick n Pay.
That's right, Kia. Justine Drake from Fresh Living, the editor of Fresh Living, is in studio with us today, cooking up a storm, making a lovely roast vegetable tart that we saw, that I actually saw in your Fresh Living Cookbook that we've got today, and we're actually giving it away. So I'm going to tell you just in a little bit how you could win yourself a copy of this cookbook. Justine, tell me about the roast tart that we're making.
Okay, so we're doing a roast vegetable tart. We've got some puff pastry, which Zola's very kindly cut out for us. I'm just going to put that on there. This has been greased already. Now, originally, there was a little bit of bacon in this tart, but I hear that there's a pig in the studio.
There's a little piglet.
And it just didn't seem the kind Christmas thing to do.
No.
So we're just going to do vegetables.
Yes.
Okay, so the thing is, you've got to score it around the edges, and the reason you do
Why
this...
do you do that?
Well, so, you know when you get the professional-looking tarts and they puff up on the side?
That's right.
Yeah, this is the puff-up thing. But now, don't go right through. You're just doing it a sort of
So you
gentle...
just touch.
And it doesn't have to be exact. I can't do anything exactly. So, I mean, just as you kind of... You know, that's it. Now,
I like that because that's what being in the kitchen's all about. Having fun. Doesn't have to be perfect.
It's a very inexact science.
Yes.
And in fact, all the recipes in the book are kind of... are everyday eating recipes. You know what I mean? Things that you can actually make for supper, that you can do within half an hour, that you can afford, that you can feed your family, and you don't have to be Nigella.
Now, the best of Fresh Living is available in Pick n Pay, and it's an incredible price. I think it's a great stocking filler as well.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. $89.95. I mean, that's a hell of a good price for a full-on beautiful cookbook with glossy pictures. There's a recipe for a picture for every recipe. Okay,
And there's a recipe for every occasion.
And there's a... Oh, my dear, you studied the book.
I have studied the book.
I can tell.
I was deciding what I was going to make for Christmas lunch.
Exactly. Because actually there is a little section, or two sections, on how to splurge, well, not how to splurge, but splurging, with time and with money. So while most of the book is sort of affordable, everyday recipes, there is a chapter on sort of splurging, because I think that's important, particularly at this time of the year. I'm just going to put some ricotta down here.
Yes.
Beautiful creamy cheese.
It looks a lot like feta.
It is, but it's much milder.
Much milder.
You could actually mix the ricotta with feta, because this is quite creamy and bland, which is very nice with the pesto that we're going to put on later. But if you wanted to, you could probably mix the two together and you'd have a great result. Right, I'm going to put that over there, because what I want to do is we've got fresh asparagus, and if you cut them just on the slant, they tend to look a bit prettier.
Oh,
so
that's gorgeous. There's
it's
another
one of
handy
those sort of
tip.
like handy, exactly, styling. Now chuck it on, because it's all about sort of love and fabulosity and sort of...
Just chucking?
But just chucking,
Yes.
yeah.
And having fun.
Exactly. It's an inexact science.
That's what I say about being in the kitchen. It's all about having fun.
Look, if you don't, they say you can definitely taste it, hey?
Apparently so.
All those South American books they write, you know, when she cries and everybody eats it, they cry, and when she's in love,
She
they're
feels
in
the love,
Yeah,
yes.
Well, you know, it's not
true.
actually a bad idea to kind of take that on, I don't reckon. So
don't cry in the kitchen.
no, exactly, and don't do anything with anger, because not only will your food taste bad,
It might
everyone
flop.
will get indigestion.
Or it might flop.
That's also true.
Yes.
Then I've got some halved baby tomatoes. It's
Nice,
lovely to
colourful.
have the colours. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. If you can only find red, well, so be it. But just nice to kind of have... It looks quite festive in the green and the red and the yellow, quite Christmassy. Quite a nice Christmas starter, actually.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Very nice
Or a
for the festive
Boxing Day
season.
lunch,
Yes.
leftovers, and then just have it.
New
Just gonna add
Year's.
some of this. Now, if you were going to use fresh herbs, we're using basil. Whatever you do, don't put them on now, because they'll just go all crispy and horrid in the oven.
Oh, so you only put it in later?
Yeah. Just put some olive oil on to keep things moist and delicious. I mean,
Lovely.
but you can't eat it just like this, because it's all very colourful.
No, it is very nice. Now tell me
Right.
more about this book. It's incredible.
Okay, so basically what it is, it's a collection of all the recipes that we've had in Fresh Living over the last well, not all of them, but a selection of our favourite ones over the last 4 years. And there's also a little section on all the things you need to have in your pantry and your freezer, because I think part of making life simple and cooking easy is actually having the stuff to start with. So you've
That
only
is
got to
so
go to
true.
Pick n Pay for the basics, do you know what I mean?
You don't
Or
have to
the
run
fresh
every day.
stuff. You've got the basics and you go and get maybe the asparagus and the tomatoes, but if you've got the puff pastry in your freezer, we kind of started off well.
Well, Justine, we're busy
pop it
doing
in the
a
oven.
decoration of a Christmas table, so I'm going to leave you to finish
Right.
this. I'm going to give away 10 copies of this book today. So what you need to do is you need to SMS PNP, your name and city, to 33728. And the first 10 people to SMS through walk away with 1 copy of this. We'll even get Justine to sign it for you. Now, Caitlin from Top Billing Magazine is joining us here in our study. You've made it look absolutely beautiful and festive, and the decorations look gorgeous. What have you done here?
Thank you. Well, I was inspired by Pick n Pay have these new range of crackers.
Yes, look at this.
They're luxury crackers, and they're just so beautiful and they're chic and they're you know, shiny and glam. So I did a silver table setting, which is actually so easy to do because it's all the glitter kind of adds to that whole elegant feel of it. So there's very little you need to do. Basic white tablecloth, basic white plates, basic silverware and glassware, and then everything else adds to the special occasion. So I just took little branches, spray painted them white, and it's quite different. You know, it's not the traditional green Christmas tree, which is very European, so it's a little bit of an African-y kind of feel, I guess. And then all these decorations are just, I mean, they're so glittery and beautiful.
Yes.
And then it's quite a nice idea, because your baubles usually, you know, after Christmas, they don't really get much use. Just pile them in a beautiful vase, and it's, you know, the light kind of bounces off them, and it's quite interesting.
And you don't even have to use it festive season. You can use it at lunches after Christmas as well.
Yeah, so really nice special occasion. And then I want us to open the crackers.
Oh, yes, let's open a cracker. I've been dying to do that. I didn't pop.
Oh, I didn't pop. Let's try
Hang on.
Another one.
Okay. There we go.
Yay!
Yay! What did we get? There's some gorgeous gifts in here, I believe. Oh, a little photo frame. Look at that.
That's so cute. I love that.
Very, very cute.
that.
I love these. Are we opening all of them?
Yeah, let's open them.
Oh, okay. I think I'm going to save 1 or 2 for Justine. There we go.
What's in that one?
It is, it looks like a little vase. Oh, it's a lipstick holder. Oh, there's great gifts in here. Very, very, very cool. Let me go back to Justine. Justine, I've opened these crackers just for you. And remember our PNP Fresh Living Cookbook competition. The first 10 people to SMS PNP, your name and city, stand a chance of walking away with 1 of 10 copies that we have. Look what gorgeous things that are in the Pick n Pay crackers.
Oh, good Lord.
How nice.
How
It's a lipstick
marvellous.
holder.
All right, I love a cracker.
Oh.
Because it's kind of like, you know, a cheap prize. Do you know what I mean?
Well, these are
well,
like
I don't
very
mean
nice.
cheap like that. I mean like, you know, it's instant and fabulous and it's at the table before you have to get all your other presents.
There we go.
Okay.
Wow, this looks gorgeous.
So we put some pesto on. I just thinned a little bit with olive oil. And I've got some fresh rocket. And I mean, if this isn't a vegetarian's delight, I don't know.
This is really a vegetarian's delight.
It is, hey? Okay, and you could put fresh basil on top for extra sort of basilness with the pesto.
And you can use a variety of other veggies as well.
Absolutely. And then we kind of lift it up. It's a bit warm, but nothing dramatic. Because I'm used to this sort of thing. Right, it's a bit large for the plate.
There we go.
If you could eat this whole thing, darling, it'd be a bit worrying and you wouldn't be as slim and trim as you are.
But it's great for carbo loading.
And you need that, exactly.
So
there we go.
Justine,
and
thank
low
you
GI.
so much. It's a low GI, really great recipe to make. Thank you so much for joining us. Are you going to the Pick n Pay Kirstenbosch carols by candlelight?
I'm leaving town. I'm very sad because it's beautiful. I cry every year.
But I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be there with Guy MacDonald from Good Hope FM on Thursday night. And if you haven't got your tickets yet, take a look at this.
Stay with eXpresso and SABC3.